Hi everyone, it's Derek from the iReady Pod here, and this is my video reaction to the 3-1 victory away against Kilmarnock today in the League Cup. Another fantastic performance, another fantastic victory, and once again we still haven't gone behind in a game yet. Absolutely fantastic, and Alfredo Morelos hat-trick, absolutely chuffed for the guy. Before we get into the game, the state of that pitch was absolutely atrocious. Just aesthetically it looked shocking, but from what you could see with the players as well, and the ball bouncing and obviously players getting injured as well, absolutely disgraceful that for a top flight team in Scotland that this is the pitch that they have to play on. It's all well and good trying to get money in for them and being able to play all weather, but at the same time, if it's in that kind of condition, it's no fit state for top flight football in Scotland. But this is what happens when you've got the SFA running things and they don't have a clue what the hell they're doing. But anyway, needless to say, we still played very good football on this, and I think Ali McCoist's excuse of not being able to play decent football on these pitches is a myth, because we played some fantastic football today. Right from the get-go, I felt we were pressing high, we were at players' ankles straight away, we weren't giving Kilmarnock any time in the ball at all, and we got our just desserts from that. The one thing obviously we have to say is Murphy, obviously leading back to the injury I was talking about, Murphy went off in the 16th minute. Didn't look like anything at first, but when you seen the replay back, he seemed to have got his tripped up over the Killie player's ankles, and then his studs have dug into the turf, or the plastic, sorry, and he's kind of went over, and it looked a bad one. He got stretchered off, so no injury update as of yet, but hopefully it's not too bad, but it certainly did look a serious one. We did have the ball in the back of the net on the 6th minute. The ball looked as if it was cleared off the line, but again on replay, you seen that the ball was clearly over the line by a full ball width at least, and the linesman and the referee never gave it and never seen it. Obviously, I think the linesman was unsighted, but that's no excuse. You know, at the end of the day, it could have cost us, and it's kind of going to get washed over again because we won so emphatically in the end and we played very well. But you know, it's these decisions that could have cost us. Fortunately, that's not been the case in this instance. We did though go a goal up on the 27th minute. It was fantastic. Morelos' first one. Great move from the left across the pitch to Tavernier. A great cross in. I think it might have taken a slight deflection off the boot of the Killie defender. However, it flicked right into the path of Morelos in the centre of the box, and he headed it past the keeper. Great goal. And we went 2-0 up just before half-time with Morelos again. It was a long ball up from the right-hand side. Ball trundled into the box. Morelos held the ball up. Fantastic strong play by him there. Stayed strong despite being held, and he was getting wrestled as well. Had he went down, you know, certainly a massive claim for a penalty, but he stayed strong, and he got away from the defender and had a shot in the back of the net. Brilliant play there from Morelos. Into half time, we were obviously, you know, quite buoyed, and you know that's the way it stayed until 5 minutes gone, where Barisic put the ball into his own net. I think one thing that the commentators have missed is the ball actually went, to me anyway, it looked as if it went out of play. There was a good passage of maybe about 20-30 passes with Rangers, and the crowd were cheering every single time we passed the ball. The ball got played long upfield to the touchline, and I don't think Tavernier could quite keep it in, and the ball looked as if it went out, but the linesmen were standing right in front of it and never flagged. Killie basically broke up the park from there down the left hand side, then crossed over to the right hand side. The ball then got crossed back into the left hand side. The ball got crossed into the centre. It was quite a dangerous ball. Barisic stuck out his leg, and it went into the back of the net. He kind of had to do something anyway, stick out his leg, because if he never, I think it was Burke who was right behind him, was lurking there to get the ball, so he was in a hiding to nothing if he had got the ball or not there. Really unfortunate for him though, because he played well. At the same time, regardless if the ball went out of the touchline and Barisic being a wee bit unfortunate, it's something that the players should have closed down a lot longer before it did, because they had obviously time to cross it from one side of the pitch to the other and back again. So a bit poor defending there, but obviously it didn't cost us too much in the end. Shortly after that, there was a really, really bad clash of heads by Katic and the Killie player. I can't remember, I think it was Eamon Brophy. Katic was going full pelt, charging into it, and he jumped up and he caught Brophy right in square in just above the eye, and it looked a really sore one. Both of them ended up having to get treatment, and I'm surprised nobody was out cold for a period of time, because it looked a really, really nasty one. Both of them played on though, with Katic having to go off a couple of times to get his bandage redressed. There's something about seeing a Croatian player in our team with a bandage on his head, isn't there? That's the third one now, to my knowledge. Just a weird sight, but certainly never put him off, because he was still making the great challenges, going up for it in his head. Strong play as ever. And then we rounded out the game 3-1 with Morelos once again on the 73rd minute. Tavernier out wide, he started off the play, cuts in, passed to Ejaria, then he passed to Arfield, who was on the edge of the box, turns in a quick pass into Tavernier, who was in the box on the right hand side. Good cross on the deck, and Morelos with a tap in. Fantastic to see him getting a hat trick as well, and quite rightly holding the ball aloft. He got subbed later on in the game and came on to grab the ball for his hat trick ball. Really can't say anything much more about that. It was a fantastic performance all round, which was a tricky tie, especially going from last year. Kilmarnock had about three really good chances where Fotheringham was called into action. It was quite surprising to see Fotheringham be at a start. McGregor was nowhere to be seen. He was being rested, obviously with playing games, Thursday, Sunday for the past few weeks, and it looks as if it's going to go on as well, especially if we do qualify for the group stages of the Europa League. We're going to be fixtures coming at us thick and fast, so we're going to need to have that depth, and we're going to need to be used to seeing some of what we would maybe typically see as the fringe players getting more of a game, because we're going to have to. There's going to be injuries. Obviously, we don't know how long Murphy's going to be out for. I would have thought Morelos would have got a wee bit of a rest today, but thankfully never. Sadiq, he's still get a proper run out. He's only came on a few kind of last 10-15 minutes of games, but we've got a depth of squad there. We need to obviously maybe another striker or two, which I think the Lafferty deals from Lafferty's reaction yesterday about giving fans his shirt after the game, maybe signify that he's going to be getting announced in the next couple of days. So the draw for the quarter-finals was done after the game today, and a very favourable tie for us. We are playing Ayr United at home, so that's a good home draw, and that's going to be played on either the 25th, 26th or 27th of September, so good draw there. Obviously, the next game coming up against UFA, it's going to be a tough game again. From what I've seen and from what I've heard, from what people have said, certainly they're not any better than Maribor, so I think we've got a good chance. But again, we need to play very well and try not concede the away goal. I would be happy if we kind of left Thursday with maybe 1 or 2-0, but certainly even a goalless draw wouldn't be the worst of things, wouldn't it? So Dave and I will be recording on Tuesday night, so it'll be out round about Wednesday sometime. It just depends how long we waffle on and how quickly I can get it edited, but we'll have another classic match. We'll go over this game in more depth, as well as the two Maribor games and the St Mirren game. So thanks for listening, and goodbye.